A lot of the looks I normally do are quite bright, dark, I would wear a lot of them looks. The Disney looks that I've been doing recently, obviously they're slightly more arty, more for, like just for pictures, Instagram, Facebook, more like makeup art. And they're not really wearable for outside. Maybe, up to you really. Depends on your style. But this, I tend to wear much more brighter, darker glitter when I go out, but I know a lot of people would like a tutorial on something that's more wearable. So here we go. So I'm going to start by curling my eyelashes. A lot of people do this at the end, but I like to do it first, so it's up to you, but this is how I do it every day. Next I'll be taking my eyeshadow primer. I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion because it's my favourite primer ever. I've tried quite a few and this is my favourite. You can get much cheaper ones. You just want to put some on and tap it on. You don't want to be sweeping it, dragging it, because it will separate and go really horrible and the eyeshadow will just look awful. It will help the makeup not cake into the crease and it will help the eyeshadow stay on for much longer. And if you're wearing bright colours, it also helps it just stay a lot more vibrant, and yeah, basically. Next I'll be taking my Fit Me Matte and Poreless pressed powder from Maybelline. This is really good, as you can see, it's been well loved. And I've also tried many powders and this is just my favourite one. It's really good, really. So I'm taking this is actually a setting brush, I think that's what it's called, yeah, a setting brush for setting powder, but I often use these for eyeshadow. But for now, I'm going to be just putting it on the whole of my eye, from the eyelid up to the brow bone. This just helps to even out, as you can see, the skin tone and make a nice base for your eyeshadow. These first few steps I normally take anyway, so up until now this is very much the normal routine for me. So whatever look I do, I will always do these steps first. Okay, for this eye, this is going to be a much more natural look. So I'm going to be taking my Magnif'eyes Blush Edition from Rimmel London. And as you can see, it's really natural, browns, nudes, a little bit of pink. It's nice. Now, I would normally use this MAC palette, which is the same kind of colour, slightly more gold, but I wanted to show you this palette because it's much more affordable. That palette I think cost me £25–30. This one's maybe £8, possibly even less now. Now I'm going to be using a flat eyeshadow brush. This is actually from Shein, which I bought very recently. I haven't used it yet. Shein is a fashion website, clothes, but they do some makeup as well. And these have really good reviews. It's nice and soft. So I'm going to take this colour right here, the third one. I'm just going to tap that all over my eyelid. I'm going to put that up near my brow bone, not all the way along, not all the way up, but a bit more. So That is obviously a lot thicker than the powder I already put on because it's an eyeshadow. So it is a lot different. You wouldn't be able to just use powder because it wouldn't work the same at all. On darker skin tones, obviously it would look completely different, and you know, it would probably still look nice, but you'd probably go for maybe a slightly different look. So I'm just going to blend that out with my setting brush again. I'm now going to take my Real Techniques. I love Real Techniques brushes, they're my favourite, definitely. They are quite pricey, but when they're on offer, I definitely get them. This is a shading brush, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this colour right here. It's kind of a slightly shimmery, not too shimmery, brown shade. I'm going to put that along the crease, slightly above the crease. And if you do it slightly above the crease, this gives the illusion of a slightly bigger, wider eye, you know, bigger eyelid. It's good for hooded eyes, this technique. And then I'm going to also put it here on the outside of my eye, the outer corner of my eye. Now I'm going to just take quite a fluffy eyeshadow brush, quite big, and I'm going to just blend that out. So that at the minute looks like that. Just ignore this because we're going to get rid of that. So at the minute that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to take, I'm not sure what this brush is because the names come off of it because I've used it so much. This is probably my favourite eyeshadow brush ever. Now I'm going to take this colour right here, which is a really shimmery, sort of pearly nude, I suppose. And I'm going to put that all over my lid under where I've done that line on my crease. Now what you want to do is take the same eyeshadow brush or a similar one. You're going to need to take a gold highlighter. This is from Laura Geller, Dripping in Gold. This is quite an expensive one, but you can use any. To be honest, I don't have any cheaper gold highlighter, so this one is going to be the one I use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here. As you can see, it's kind of a darkish highlighter, and this will really highlight the eye and make it nice and shimmery. So I'm now going to take a pencil eyeliner. You can use any pencil eyeliner. This is a Rimmel one. It's been sharpened quite a lot. And just any pencil eyeliner really. We're going to go along the lash line. Now we're going to go slightly above the lash line on the lid, just along the lash line. I'm going to take sort of an eyeliner brush. I use this to smudge eyeshadow and eyeliner out, so I think it's actually used for gel eyeliner, this one. So we're going to just smudge it out like this. Go sort of right near the inner corner. You want to line your eye, line your whole eye, not half of it. That's the top of that eye done. You can see it. The lighting's a bit weird in here, so it will look a bit better in the pictures probably. It's nice and soft. So now moving on to this eye's eyeshadow. I'm going to do the bottom of that eye and the rest of that eye later on after the face makeup. So for this eye, I'm actually going to use more burgundy kind of colour. This is the MAC one. This is the other one to the brown one. There's quite a few of them. I think this one was actually £30. So it's quite similar. The Burgundy bar by Maybelline, that's also very good. And they do many palettes. They also do a nude one which is similar to the one I used. Very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade here. It's like a really light purple, but it's also kind of nudey, kind of like a nude shade. So this side's going to be slightly more like an evening look, or it could be a day look. Really, it's up to you what style, what you're comfortable with. I'm going to take this shade here. It's kind of like a reddy burgundy colour, like a copper burgundy. And I'm going to put that all along just above the crease. And just build that up however dark you want. I'm going to go quite dark so you can see the contrast between this eye and this eye. That's going to look like this. It's a nice fluffy eyeshadow brush again. And I'm going to use pinky burgundy. Quite shimmery, this shade. I like this palette because it's a mixture of nudes and shimmery. It's really nice. And I'm just going to go above the crease slightly and into the crease a little bit as well. Here. As you can see, it's quite near the brow bone now, but not all the way up. You can see. I'm going to take the shading brush again, and I'm going to go ahead and use this shade here. I'm going to go into the crease, and then we're just going to keep building that up. Bring it about halfway in. So at the minute it's quite a harsh line, but we'll be blending that out. I'm going to take this fluffy eyeshadow brush again, and I'm just going to one more time go over with this copper. Just over, basically above the crease, just to blend that right in. That looks like that. As you can see, it's much more dramatic than that eye. I'm going to take a loose powder eyeshadow from Bare Minerals. Again, I'll put the prices in the information, but you can really use any kind of shimmery loose eyeshadow. It's really nice. You just want a little bit like that, and then put it into the lid of the eyeshadow. You don't want to be picking too much product up at this stage, so you just want to get a little bit, like about that much, and we're just going to put that in the inner corner of the eye. This eyeshadow is really nice because it's really pigmented. I use this a lot for cut creases because it's just so white and so pigmented. So it's going to look like this. Now very carefully put that back in there. So we're just going to sweep this like this into there and just blend it in a little bit. We're going to take the same MAC palette, and we're just going to take this colour right here. It's kind of got gold, it's brown, and it's got kind of like a goldy shimmer, I suppose, in it. And we're just going to go we're just going to go on the outer corner right here and work that into the crease, just a little bit, just a really little bit. As you can see, we've toned that right down, so it's just right, just the right amount of product. So as you can see, this looks it's slightly brighter, more shimmery, a bit darker. It's just much more of a dramatic look than this. It's very easy for beginners, and it looks good on probably young, old, anyone really. So we're going to go ahead and use the pencil again on the lash line. This is my favourite eyeliner ever from Soap and Glory. It's called Super Cat eyeliner pen, and it's amazing, so good. So we're going to just get this, start about here because it's a lot easier, and just take it across the eye. You don't want to go all the way across straight away because it's not gonna go well at all, so just take small strokes like this. You can do this as thick as you want. I like to do it fairly thick, but not too thick, so I'm going to do it slightly thinner than I would normally do it. Now for this look, I'm going to do a small flick. Just wing it. I'm just going to wing it out a little bit, not too much. Go under the eye and get rid of any makeup that's fallen onto your cheek. Now this foundation I 100% recommend, mainly because they do every shade ever. They do pink toned, gold toned, grey toned. They've got, I can't even explain, probably over 30 different shades, and this is the lightest one, pink tone for me. Really, there's all shades, you will find your shade. So I'm going to take a foundation brush and about that much, just put that all over my face. Other side I will do slightly less and slightly more natural, so less product. I'm going to use my Real Technique blending sponge. You can use any sponge, beauty blender. This is my favourite one because it's got the flat end as well, which is good for around the eyes when you're doing a more dramatic look. For the concealer, I like to use the matching one, True Match by L'Oreal. It's basically the matching one to the foundation. I'm just gonna go up to the eye and just drag that across the under the eye and then down my cheek. So that's around the sort of places I normally do it. Take a powder brush, this is a nice big one, and just dab it on. You don't want to be dragging it, and you'll just be patting it on. Down the neck, you can blend it in like this. I usually do this step with all my looks, so this is just something I always do. I'm going to get a powder sponge and get this. I'll link this setting powder in the information as well. It's really good. I'm going to press that under the eye. This will eliminate any creasing. It will highlight as well, and it will. Now while that is baking, we're going to do the eyebrows. We're going to use a eyebrow brush and just brush the eyebrows upwards. You want to be brushing the hairs upwards. On this side we're going to do a more natural brow. This is very easy. So this is Brow Satin by Maybelline, and it's got one end is a pencil crayon thing and this end's like a little powder dabber thing. So this is in dark blonde and they're very good. So you just want to fill in the brow. Now we're going to take the other end, which is a little thing, I don't know how you'd explain it, basically like a pencil, and you're going to take this here right near the start of the brow and go along, and then on the top you don't want to start from there, you want to go about there, not all the way along, and then go to the tail like that. This is like a smudging tool. I got these as a set, 3 of them, with an angled brush as well from Real Techniques. It's a really good little set for eyebrows. Just smudge that in, just blend it into the eyebrow. With the tail, we're gonna just follow the natural lines, just follow the natural hairs, do a nice thin tail and just match it up, and there you go, nice natural brow. With this eyebrow it's going to be slightly more defined, so we're going to fill in like we did before, but slightly more. We're going to fill it in just a bit more than the other brow. Then we're going to take the other end and we're going to just create quite a defined line on the bottom of the brow from the start. All the way along. As you can see, it's quite a sharp line. And you want to do the same here, not from the start. Again, you want to start about here. Again, another defined line. And you want to draw the tail along the natural hairs again. You can go slightly longer for a more defined brow. It really is up to you. You just want to fill it in with the pencil end as well, but you're not going to be doing that, just strokes, like hair strokes. What we're going to do is we're going to blend the powder in. For this side, I'm going to take the palette again, this one, and I'm going to use, where's it gone? The eyeliner brush. I'm going to take this shade here, the darkest one. It's like a very dark brown, and go all the way along, and then just stop about here. You want to stop about here. You don't want to go up to the middle. Shading brush with no product on at the minute, and just blend that in so it's a little bit smoky. This is kind of a natural smoky eye, I'd say. Okay, like that. And then you just want to get this shade which we used earlier and just go over that. On the other side, we're going to start with the eyeliner, pencil eyeliner. I'm going to go along the waterline first. Take the eyeliner brush and this colour here. This time you want to go fairly near to the inner corner of the eye with the copper colour. And just go over the where we just went, but you don't want to go all the way in this time, just nearly all the way in. And one more, we're going to use the pink just on the outer part of the eye, and then just blend that in a little bit. I'm going to take like an angled contouring blush, bronzer blush, brush, whatever. This Laura Geller Bronzer Brighten Baked Colour Correcting Bronzer. You can take any bronzer. This one's quite expensive, but I love it a lot. You can use any bronzer. And we're just gonna go along the cheekbone. For this side, we're going to go slightly darker, slightly more defined. I'm going to take this one. This is Maybelline Master Highlight, and it's really cool. It's got all these different shades. It's really nice. It's quite shimmery as well, so it's very nice. And just put that along the cheekbone, sort of where we've done the bronzer and slightly higher. With this side, I'm going to use the Baked Blush and Brighten in Cherry Truffle by Laura Geller. This one's slightly more expensive. You can use any blush. If this is a more evening look, you might want to go for a slightly darker, brighter blush like this one. I'm going to very lightly just blend that into my cheekbones and just slightly like this on the cheek, and just really bring that into your cheekbones up a bit as well. You want to just go slightly up here. Okay, contour brush. And for this side, I'm going to take quite a lot, like a white contour. It's got a slight pinky tone. This is Girl's Best Friend highlighter from I Love Resolution. And just go along just above the cheekbone, pretty much on the cheekbone. It's all going to be quite close together. Obviously the bronzer, blush, highlight, you want to sort of blend it in together a little bit. But yeah, that's basically the order it goes in. And then just take this up the nose a little bit. And then I like to put it here as well, just above the lip. Now for the other side, I'm going to use the Dripping in Gold from Laura Geller, like we did on the eye. Was it this one? This one? Obviously it's a highlighter. I'm going to go with this Rose Gold, I think. Yeah, it's called Gilded Honey. And just, it's like a rose gold. Go along the cheekbone. This is a much golder, slightly darker highlighter. Now for the mascara, I'm going to use on this side Volume Glamour Ultra Curl from Bourjois. I don't know how you say that, Bourjois something. And it's nice, natural, sort of a basic brush, and we're just going to go onto the eyelashes. Killer Lashes Moodstruck Natural Fibres. So one of these is the fibres and one's a mascara. So the fibres, what the fibres do is they make your eyelashes longer. They add on to your eyelashes. So for this look, if you're not wearing fake lashes, then you want to be probably making more of a dramatic look with the eyelashes. So this is good. You can use any mascara, maybe one that thickens the lashes. You want to just go the same as the other one. and this is the fibres. So this, you gotta be careful because the fibres will go onto your face, so you want to very lightly get them off. So you're just gonna go over the lashes with these fibres. See, it's adding on to my eyelashes. Is you get the mascara again and you sort of put them in place. So you want to just sort of dab it in top and bottom. I'm going to take the whiter highlighter and I'm going to just put that in the corner of my eye. I'm going to use a different mascara for the bottom lashes. Slightly thicker one. This is really good. It's Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's very good. Now rather than doing half and half, because it looks silly, I'm going to do a lip that will suit both looks. And that is a dark pinky nude. This is Revlon shade 619 Pearl Rose and Shine. This is nice because it's slightly shimmery, but it's still quite matte. It's not too shimmery. I'll just put that all over your lips. And it will go with pretty much any look at all, anything. And then I like to just take this, any dark nude lip pencil. This is Natural from Elizabeth Arden, and just go over the outline of the lips. I like to, for either looks, night or day, I like to use Bastiste something, Instant Hair Refresh, and this is a dry shampoo for volume. So I like to just put that all over my hair. It might go a bit white, but that's fine. I like to just rub that in, and as you can see, the volume is just coming straight away. You can style your hair however you want, but this is all I normally do. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know what you think. And if you do the look, if you follow the tutorial, please show me a picture, and I'll see you soon.